Hello everyone, this is Hanan. Welcome to Conflict News. Viewers, in this video we will have a look at the situation about the last night and 2 days throughout the day, what's going on, what in different regions of Ukraine and Russia. Both were targeting each other, and although in some areas Ukraine got some success and where Russia has to push back from these areas. Viewers, about the last night, 12th May 2023 night, Russian armed forces were targeting, especially on the objects of armed forces of Ukraine. The Russian armed forces launched a massive missile attack on enemy targets throughout the Ukraine. Basically, it was UAVs, grain were used. The first explosion were heard in Kramatorsk and Slavyansk areas around about midnight, viewers. If you have a look in this area and here in this area, first explosion were heard in these two areas, and in the occupied capital of Zaporizhia, in this region, viewers, in the Zaporizhia region and Nikolaev, in these two regions, explosion thunders in first hour of the night, which means Russia were targeting these two areas from different regions. Viewers, if you have a look at this area and Luhansk, and probably Russia can target from this this area. And if I would more zoom out, and you can see Donetsk, same this and same because it's very near to border. Even from here Russia can target this way or here, so it's very easy to target these areas for Russia because it's very near to border. Except these, viewers, after there were several explosions in the district of Kiev, and basically it was in Solomensky. If you see this here, different explosions, and we are this one in this area, different explosions. It's again about the midnight, whether this was the result of an air defense operation or whether individual targets were actually hit. It is currently unknown, although local sources circulated footage of burning equipment which was recorded in an ambulance. Which means it's very near to Kiev, and Russia is targeting this area in the capital. It's very near to the capital, which may they can attack on this capital as well. Viewers, if you will have a look at about the next area, armed forces of Ukraine continue shelling these border areas, Belgorod region, because it's quite hot area from last couple of days. Belgorod region they are targeting continuously, and they started more when they moved to this Kharkiv area. It's very easy to target Belgorod region, and there is a number of increase in this Belgorod region attacking. As a result of strike with village of Puruz, 2 residential houses and a car were damaged in this area, and several powerful explosions were also reported in the area of Luhansk. If I zoom out for you, you can see, let me zoom out more. This is Belgorod, and in this region there were quite happening. This is quite happening, and except Belgorod here as well. So it's you can see Belgorod is quite hot nowadays. They are continuously targeting. Whereas Bakhmut was quite interesting. In the area of Bakhmut, armed forces continue pushing different groups advancing in the Bakhmut area, and in this area here in this Bakhmut, Russian units were forced to retreat behind the Berkhivsk reservoir to occupy new defensive position. If I zoom for you here, they took a new defensive position in this area Bakhmut, and whereas if you talk about the city itself, the storming of last AFU Armed Forces of Ukraine position in the western quarters continue, and the Wagner PMC assault groups continue to maintain the pace of offensive, taking up around 200 meters per day in some areas. And a difficult situation remains to south of the Bakhmut. Here, south of the Bakhmut, viewers, the enemy pulled a fresh reservoir and launched a number of counterattacks. And to hold the front line, Russian troops have withdrawn from the forward position in the area of Krasnoye, and it's in the let me zoom in for you here, Krasnoye, and the highway of Kostianvinka. Let me from here. In these two areas where all the Russian troops withdrawn. So you can see in this Bakhmut area, Ukraine got some success because Russian has to retreat themselves, and the AFU continues to launch artillery strikes on the central area of Donetsk region. And in the course of another shelling in the Kiev area and different districts, residential houses and civilian infrastructure are also damaged. This was the situation whole night, except this at the night. Armed forces of Ukraine again shelled on the village of Belgorod region, as I mentioned earlier, in this Murom, in this area. So here they targeted, and again it's very near to Kharkiv and it's a border area. So Ukraine targeted this country, this region, and even they can target from here. It's not a difficult job to target this because it's very near to the border. So one of the shells hit the courtyard of the private house and partially destroying it. So this was the situation overall from the last night and throughout the day. Do let me in the comment section what do you think about it, where this war is going to hit. And as Ukraine previously they moved to this Kharkiv region, and now they Russian troops has to retreat themselves from the Bakhmut region, and it's quite although it's a small, but it's a success for Ukraine. Do let me in the comment section what do you think about it. Thank you.